Aye, well, she's a wet one. That's what she said, eh? Aye, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Robert, Moffat Mountain Adventures, and I'm out with the man there, the Geordie Well camper, Stevie. Not Stevie on my channel, eh? So Stevie's these days, isn't it? Aye, so the other Stevie, he's not feeling well, so best wishes, all boy. Hope you feel safe soon, eh? Aye, this looks like we're on a height to nothing here. Hopefully you've seen footage already that suggests we're not, but as it stands right now, we're still in that case of we just don't know. We just don't know. The forecast changed a bit this morning from what it was last night when we made a decision. I'm not going to say any more. I wasn't going to do much camera work either right now, just because, as you can see, it's wet and we kind of want to get up here soonish. Right, I'll join you back a wee bit more. Some more walking footage. I'll save some chat when we get up. My major chat today for the record is I'm chatting about my tent I've got in the back, which I'm sure you'll see in the title, but that's going to be the major focus of today's video, eh?
I don't know what this is.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I'd do a wee bit to camera. You'll not quite see it, I don't think, but that's us. We're just hitting what we hoped we were going to hit, and that's the snow line. It's maybe a bit higher than we'd like it to be. We're kind of hoping it was here by now, but that was the whole point of being out. So in case you were thinking, what are they up to? Well, we're aiming for snow, and it looks like we're going to get it. So, aye, I think what I'll do is I'll leave this away until we get to where our pitch is. I don't think I mentioned the name of it. All I'll say is this has been hell so far. Yeah, very aptly named.
I have to connect the mic up to this one.
Don't know if you can you see it there? Yes, there it is. That's the trig point for Helvellyn, third highest mountain in England, and we're pretty much going to pitch ourselves up here. We've got a nice good level of snow here, and the snow is just going to keep coming down the next few hours, so once we're pitched up it should kind of igloo us in a wee bit. So I'm trying to decide whether I should put a time lapse on or not, so I'm going to get my camera too wet. I'll see how it goes. I might put it on, and then yeah, we'll get it up in 10 minutes or so, and I can start talking properly about my tent. I don't want to say the tent is up because, well, it's needing a bit of work done. I kind of threw it up there because my hands are starting to go, so even like the big clips at the moment I haven't got them clipped up, so I'm just going to get my bedding all set up right now. The usual standard, same as my last few camps, where I've got the Big Agnes Rapide XL, Big Agnes 3-in-1 Boss Rangers and sleep system, and then a couple of pillows. But the one thing I want to first point out, and this goes on to the tent, as you may have noticed just before the time lapse, outside of my bag, it wasn't the Kuiu Storm Star bag it was in, it was a blue Osprey bag. Okay, and that's my first little niggle that I noticed on the first time I used this, which a lot of people commented, and I thought I'll do it and see how it gets on, and that was the bag head is just too small to get the bag in, so especially when your hands get cold, like typically you get to do when you do camps with this type of tent. It was just a nightmare. So I've swapped it out for a 20 litre dry bag, which obviously is going to keep the bag dry as well, but it means that in the morning it'll just get shoved right in there, tent poles in its usual little bag. So that was my first one that I want to talk about the little niggles I had with this tent, and then I'm going to do that, and then we can talk about the positives as well. Yeah. I'm going to get my bed set up now. It's crunchy now. Well, we wanted snow, eh? Aye, we got it. Wow. I'll take a wee wander up to the Bell and Trig Point. Stevie's just been taking some photos and all. Big gloves on, heated gloves. It's bitingly cold when you take them off. Bitingly cold. Hopefully you hear me alright. I'm going to do it without the mic. Just again, it's another job having to get on. Cloud's not quite as thick as I thought it might be. But yeah, still. Oof. Well, what have you done? Let's even spin, show you what I mean. That's done at Red Tarn, but again, we're not going to see that. It's fancy. Howdy. Anyway, I'm going to go back into my tent and get some food on, I think. Pretty sure that's not going to be the last snowball his tent sees tonight. Alright, so another one of my bugs I had with this tent is these things here, they're pegs. And it's more the fact that they've got two different sizes. I get they're trying to be clever, you know, they've got one size for this part and the part, but I just don't get it. Maybe I'm just being stupid here, but I don't get the need. Especially, like, you know, I've now used it twice just on a snow camp, and I ain't get time to line out my tent pegs and measure them up. I need them to pull in my pocket and get them straight in the floor. With the North tent ones, it's like they're all the same size and it's easy. You know? So yeah, that's another little gripe I had about this tent. Start boiling up a wee bit of soup. That'll go down nicely. Always good to get a sweet soup at this time of night to warm you up. I've got a couple of hot chocolates later on, but I might actually put some hip flask in the jet bar and get a wee kind of hot toddy here. But while I'm sitting here, I'm going to go over another one of my wee bugs, and you can probably see it right here. And that is these magnets. Magnets that I've had to put on to keep that door in place. You know, there's other people that have done extra bungee cords and things, and you know. But to me, it's a bug. And again, you might think, well, I've seen you do that before, so that's a bit hypocritical, you know. But I'll explain at the end of the video why I think that's a bug. But also, I do want to talk about the positives, because there's, you know, tent's got a plethora of positives. You know, it's, you know, I wouldn't be up here in a snowy camp in minus conditions if there wasn't positives to this thing, and it clearly is. Anyway, I'm gonna have soup. Cowboy barbecue beans again. I'll show you them. It's my Wayfair meal. I thought I'd go Wayfairs for this weekend if I'm doing any more camping. Just 'cause it's easier to pack rather than faffing about with a pan and like, you know. So layers wise, I've got my thermal bottoms and thermal top on, and then I've just got the little synthetic Simone jacket on. I've got my bigger jacket for when I'm going outside, because my rain jacket, just the same as what Stevie's the same as, both eventually gave in, and it's got water coming through it, so hopefully it's not raining in the morning on the way back down. So I guess positives in this one is it has multiple pockets all over the place, which I'll show you a bit more in detail in a wee bit. And then as you'll see behind me, I've got my chill beam just sits nicely up in this drying bit, so it gives a perfect light. And then I've got my socks just up there hanging as well. So I always bring like a spare pair of socks, Santa socks actually. They are. So yeah, that's well, it's got plenty of room in here as well. And I guess one of the ones where once you get used to it, I think I'm going to have to take it out on
an easier camp at some point soon though, just so I can really dial this one in, because I just don't feel like I have there's a little bit of a shimmer coming through the door there, and I don't believe that's how it's meant to be. I think that's my fault. Whereas the actual inside of it, well, I mean, we are getting 25 mile an hour gusts out there, but you wouldn't know. It's solid, isn't it? So yeah. Anyway, food time for me. Aye. It's nice. Like back in now. Yes, that's snowman. On yourself, big guy. Just got name you now. Hey, the two of us have come to that wee summit shelter. It's kind of like a cross, innit? I remember the last time I sat in here, I said, "Oh, I'll make sure I research it and remember what it is." And I did hee-haw of that. So nah, I can't. I honestly, I'm not giving you any facts. Although I will give you one wee fact about Helvellyn. Is there's actually been years ago there was a plane that landed on this and took off from it, and it did it as part of a kind of a thing, you know, as you do. So yeah, there's something. Yeah, completely different conditions than the last time I camped up here with wee Josh. Remember about 3 years ago? I want to say maybe, not sure. Stevie is 3-0 for a view. Hey, this is just, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? But we got what we wanted, and that's the snow. Yeah, we just got to chill for a wee while and get out the tent. You know, come out the tents. It's nice to get a wee break for the wind as well. Relax and give you something outside the tent action. As you see the wee snowman, so I'll check it back in later on.
This is both back in our tents, probably for the rest of the night until we get twilight or something like that. But having some wee hot chocolate and then get settled in. And something to watch on the phone and that for a wee bit. And then getting early night. I wonder if you can hear that if I go a bit quiet for a second. But that's the snow back on. It's supposed to be on and off most of the night, and then I'm not really sure what to expect in the morning. We'll just see. We'll see what we see really. And I'm going to sign up off the video for tonight. I was going to leave a time lapse out, but just the way the conditions are, I'm going to leave it as it is, and we'll just check it in the morning. The focus was on this video, the Kuiu Storm Star, which has its pluses and it's got its minuses. But like I say, on the way down, I want to talk about why I'm highlighting some of these things, and there is a reason for it, Anyway, night everybody. See you in the morning.
Don't know how much you can hear there with the mic. Hold on, let me put that up a second. Yeah, it's been all night, wind, and then that's what sounds like rain, but it's like the sleety snow blasting away at the tent. Yeah, so tent's a bit of a condensation hell as well, because it's kind of like my Simoon Macaron 2, where it's designed to keep the heat in. So as a result, any bit of moisture coming from me goes round. So yeah, I'm gonna get a coffee. Hopefully pack up in about an hour maybe. We won't see a sunrise as well because it's just cloudy, so it'll just be getting down as quick as we can, I think. Try and manoeuvre our way through putting our tents away. It's going to be a challenge.
I'm at the part that I'm kind of dreading a wee bit now. So I've got the slow pack away, which I don't normally mind, but it's knowing that outside it is about -5 at the moment with the wind chill, maybe a bit lower than that. So it's going to be a real task to get the tent put away without losing the digits. So I'm going to finish packing away, just bedding to go and etc. And then I can get my plan of attack sorted.
Oh man, there's a lot of snow on the back of my tent that's going to need brushed off before I can do anything. Yeah, just around here. Yeah, so that's the plan. Get the tent de-iced as much as I can, and then let's get packing away. Oh, look at that! The ice on that. Look at that. You can see that. Woohoo. Getting those clips off are going to be an absolute nightmare. That's going to be one of my first jobs. Got to do tomorrow. So I'm going to just keep all my guy ropes in now and just get everything from the top down dismantled, and then I can get these poles out. Oh, I think I'll make this my last bit about the camp, the tent. Whew. So, let me spin you around, you can see where I'm at. Almost at the car park. So, I bought the tent for £310 off a mate who'd ordered the wrong colour. It was in a half price sale, which is why you're probably seeing a lot of Kuiu Storm Stars kicking around on YouTube these days. But not everybody got that price. In fact, even, I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling even Murray Wilkie, when he bought his, he might have bought his at full price. And this is the problem I have with that tent. At £620, I shouldn't have to then go and buy a footprint or a gear loft, or have to do a wee mod in the doors, or change the guy ropes, or all other wee jobs that we've talked about. It should be coming in out the bag ready perfect, which I feel is where the Vern comes in. The Vern very much is that. But it has its good points. I mean, like I say, that's 2 nights I've had in extreme snow, winds, etc., and it's given me a good night. So, you know, it's doing what it's meant to do. It's just a little niggly. Anyway, I'm going to put this away because I've got a wee bit of mud to get through, and I don't want to be falling on my arse. And I'll check back in the car. Stevie's miles away from me. Right, in a wee bit. Well, I'm going to sign on the video here. Stephen's had the boost, he's at work, and I was having to go extra slow because of these boots, snow boots. They're great. I've mentioned these in the channel before. They're great for doing what they're supposed to do, you know, keeping the heat in, keeping the snow out, etc. But they're rubbish for on the way down. They just burst your feet. So my feet are really feeling that one. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Being a cracking camp, despite, you know, another one of them ones where we didn't see any views, but you know, there's always the next one. And anyway, for me, Robert, Moth Mountain Adventures, until the next time, I'll see you later.